What's good, what's good? I'm here with Kee Riches. This is Sebastian with SLAP Media, tuned in. One of the LA area's best up-and-coming artists right here with me.
Thank you.
Let's get to know him today. So, first up, man, where you from?
I'm from Compton, California.
Compton, California.
Yes, sir.
All right, and how long you been doing music, approximately?
I want to say I've been doing music for about 2 years, maybe solid.
So, what inspired the name Kee Riches? Where's that from? Maybe it's just a nickname.
It's a long story behind that name, Kee Riche. When I had first started rapping, like 10th grade type, 11th grade maybe, my hair was real long. And a lot of people used to say, like, why is your hair so curly, blah, 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 whatever. So my first original rap name was Curly Key at first. And then when I cut my hair, I had just changed it to Key, because everybody was like, Curly Key, Curly Key, Curly Key. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, well, my hair not curly no more. I don't have any hair at all. So it's like, I'm going to just call myself Key. And then after that, I'm like, one word, just Key, you know, it's kind of bland. So
it's hard to find, too, if, you know, somebody typing you in online.
So it's like, what else am I going to put on the end of this? And then I was just talking to a couple of the homies, and they like, Riches, like something like that. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm like, I'm gonna put a dollar sign at the end and just be different. You know, I'm not gonna be the same. But that's where that name came from, and I just stuck with it, and I just ran with it.
What got you into music? You know, whether it's a person you know, somebody in the industry that was already there.
No, it wasn't really like that. It was like in high school, my dream was like, you know, playing basketball. I had played basketball until like 11th grade. And then I kind of seen, like, not that it wasn't going to work for me, I just didn't want to put any more work into it. It's like I kind of lost that passion for it. And that's when I found music, when I fell off of basketball, was when I found music. And at first I wanted to make beats. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, I don't have the patience for that. Like, I can't really sit here all day and make beats. So I'm like, what's the next best thing? And I'm like, rapping. So I tried it out, and yeah.
A little more about that. You said you used to play basketball. What else? What else do you do besides music? You know.
Right now it's a lot of just music. But yeah, my off time probably hoop a little bit. Just go hang out, do whatever. It's regular stuff. You feel me? Still a regular person.
Yeah, I feel it. So yeah, with the music, we're here right now at ADLA Studios, ADLA offices. What led you to getting right here? How'd you meet DJ A-Tron? What were some of those conversations like early on?
Me and A-Tron and Dijon talk about this story all the time. It's like, I was still in high school. I was hearing A-Tron name around. I had followed A-Tron. I'm like, A-Tron, RJ, DJ. I had this big, like, I was a super fan, like a super RJ fan. Mm-hmm. I'm like, man, RJ is booming.
Shout out RJ.
DJ, you feel me? I'm trying to get on. So whenever I would drop a song, I used to share my tweet with A-Tron, like, oh, listen to this, whatever. And it was just, I don't know what it was in me. I just never got discouraged or nothing when he didn't respond or, you feel me, and stuff didn't go as planned. So I just kept sending. And one day he just hit me back. And from there, it was just like, don't, you feel me, rush. Don't rush. It was like, he would tell me something, even if it didn't fall through the way it fall through, it's like, I still gotta wait. You know, it's still patience. It's gonna work out. It was just that faith to work out.
Yeah, I mean, a little more about Twitter and your music. You do, you're a big participator in a lot of the, you know, challenges. Put a video up of, you know, somebody else's song. You get off on it. What was the first one of those that you did? If you could remember.
I think the first challenge that I did was the So Gone challenge. And the crazy thing about the So Gone challenge was when I did my first one, it was gonna go viral, like more retweets than I've ever got, ever. And it was a long time ago, like back when I wasn't even like really working on rap. I remember I did it. On some fun shit. And we went to go hoop after. We at the YMCA and my phone blowing up in my backpack. I'm looking at my phone, I'm like, damn, I'm at like 500 retweets, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, man, I'm deleting this tweet. Like, it's bugging my phone. My phone bugging out, my phone dying, and all type of stuff. So I deleted the tweet, and I just never came back to it. But that was the first video that I done.
So do you feel that, I mean, it's definitely a fact those get out to a big audience. Right. A lot of people see it. But do you feel it's hard? I've heard some other people say this. It's a little hard to transition from getting people to watch that to checking out your original tracks.
Oh yeah, it's for sure hard. I have been referred to as a cover artist before. Because I started covering a lot of songs, so I had to break out of that to get into the mode that I'm in right now, which I took the covers as practice, but you know, other people was they actually started looking forward to more covers, more videos and stuff of me rapping. But it's like, nah, I want y'all to see me as a real rapper. I want y'all to see me serious. Like, I'm not just gonna be covering these songs for the rest of my life. People gonna start covering my songs.
Yeah.
You feel me?
And on the album, it's the album, right?
Rich.
Yeah, Get Rich, the album on the way. So if you can take us through, what's your usual creative process when you're working on a song on the album?
My usual creative process would probably we'll probably be looking for a beat probably the whole day, because we need that beat. We just not taking any.
Where are you usually looking for beats from? Your email? People sending?
Yeah, we'll usually do the post on Twitter, see who sends and stuff. I got a couple producers that I really, tap in with to try and get a beat. For me, Sean Beats, DJ Official, all of them. Loaded Great and send a beat, and J-Hawk send some beats to him. It's different ways of getting that. But yeah, we'll take a whole day to get that beat that we need for a certain song. And then we'll come in here probably like late night, whatever we need to do, sit down, write. I'll probably write the whole day. I'll take a long time to write sometimes. And I know these don't hate it, but I'll take a long time to write sometimes. And after that, we just go in and get it done. We just knock it out. It's not really a lot of thinking when it comes to it, really. It's like, we know. Like, we hear beats, we know what's going on.
Yeah. How's the writing process usually? Is it hook first? Is it verse first? Or it can be...
I'm not a big hook writer. I'm not a big hook writer.
That's surprising. You got some banging hooks.
I like verses. I like verses a lot. But I'm not a big hook writer at all. So usually if I'm gonna write something, it'll come verse first.
You mentioned J-Hawk, and I think the first song I ever heard from you was produced by J-Hawk. Yeah. So, yeah, how'd you meet J-Hawk? I talked to him a little bit. He kind of explained it, but run if you could run through that.
It was really big. It was kind of like the same thing with A-Tron. It was kind of like a DM thing. I really didn't know who J-Hawk was. I had heard the name before, and I'm like, this sounds familiar. But we had followed each other back on Twitter, and this was the time when I was making music. I used to make music in my garage, like off my computer or whatever. So I'm like, it don't hurt, to just DM people. So I DM'd him, and I talked to him. I'm like, what's up with the Collab project? Like, you feel me, half, whatever. And he like, that sounds cool. Like, we can start working. So he used to send beats over, and then I'd record and send what I recorded to him. He'd mix it, and then it'd come out. We dropped a couple of songs together at first to test the water. People was messing with it. And I'm like, oh, this different. You feel me? Like, a lot of people was really on this wave, kind of. So I just rode that wave till couldn't ride it no more.
Yeah, he's got some hits. It's surprising too. You listen to his old shit. It's surprising the shit he comes up with now.
For real, yeah. He's coming back. He got something coming.
He got all kinds of beats too. He's got West Coast shit. He makes pop music beats even. He's got a few chicks that do singing. Yeah, he's a talented dude. Last visual you did was Chasing, right?
Yep,
produced by J-Hawk also. But you don't have a ton of them out. Is it what, 3 out or 2?
I believe it's 3.
Okay. So yeah, is there any other songs you have that's a visual in the works, or you're kind of waiting for that song? Cause
we plotting a lot of visuals right now for this project. I don't want to be too in detail with it. I want to kind of creep up on people, but it's gonna be some crazy visuals coming out off of this project. I promise y'all that.
So yeah, the project Get Rich, the album. I know you got features from Rucci, AC Sway. Is there anybody else on there?
Melly's on there. I'm not sure if you know who Melly is.
I don't believe so. I gotta check them out. So did those come about based on connections you made here at ADLA through A-Tron and Deshaun?
Yeah, Melly came along with A-Tron and Deshaun. Rucci, I kind of just called that in, like, hey bro, I got something. Pop on. Sway, yeah, same way with that, with how it went with Rucci. Then my people, I seen them at the show the other day.
Yeah.
Like, what's the deal? Yeah, all of them.
It's dope. This like new I mean, not new. They've been at it for a minute, but a lot of the artists coming up are willing to support other artists. For a while, it was real kind of closed-minded. A lot, seeing other people succeed was like taken away from your own. It seemed like that was the attitude of a lot of people in LA and other places, but that's starting to come around.
Yeah, we trying to change that way. We trying to support the real.
Yeah, I've noticed that kind of trend through a lot of the artists I talk to. They're real open-minded. It's dope, man, because it only leads to better music for everybody else.
Exactly.
But going forward, maybe after this project gets out and you get a little more exposure, who's next on that list that you're hoping to get a feature from?
Feature-wise,
that you'd be willing to. I don't want to make you sound like a fanboy, but just people you think would sound well with Kee Riche's.
I'm open to a lot of different features. A feature that I would look forward to maybe would probably be RJ, Nipsey, maybe one of those features. I want to do something like we shooting. You feel me? Shooting for the stars, but anybody like. Maybe Migos, you feel me, something like that. Whatever. It's like I want to just get out there and work.
Yeah.
You feel me? Really work with people. Just have my name global. Global. Work with everybody.
Oh yeah. Been noticing a little trend in your songs, and I fuck with it. But you've been a little more singing, a little more getting vocal on there rather than just spitting bars. Was there someone who told you to go for that, or was that just kind of something you always had in the back of your head, like I want to start singing a little bit?
That's kind of something that I had in the back of my head for a long time. It really increased when I got in here because our in-house producer in here is radioactive. So radio does make music too sometimes. So him just being in here, our kind of relationship that we have is real brotherly. You feel me? So I feel like real comfortable with him when we in here. So it's like I try different things when I'm in here with him. So that Bag on My Wrist track that he produced came from us in here playing around singing. So it's like, yeah, that kind of came from him and kind of, just had that in the back of my head. Like, we should try to sing a thing, but it works.
Yeah, definitely. Is there a moment you can look at in hip-hop history, whether it's LA or otherwise, where you saw someone doing shit, whether it's a video or whatever, you saw someone doing their thing, it was like, I need to be doing that too?
It kind of didn't come along when I first started. I mean, before I made music, it didn't make me want to do music, but it was during while I was making music, but I wasn't really serious about it. It's just like, okay, this is something I could do. Feel me? I'm gonna do it right now while I'm in school, blah, 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 blah. But rest in peace to Sean Mack. When I seen Sean Mack stop traffic to do his video, I'm like, this what I'm trying to do. My man walked into the middle of an intersection, stopped live traffic to shoot his own video. I'm like, this what we doing. Like, this what I'm on. I'm trying to really be out here. This is legendary.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be iconic. I'm trying to be legendary. I'm trying to be all that, man. I'm trying to go out there and do the most. So that's really what made me want to get on another level for what I was doing.
Understood. Yeah, R.I.P. Sean Mack, man, a LA legend for real. But with the album, with Kee Riche the album, what do you, maybe not numbers like technical shit, but just in general, what do you hope that it accomplishes for you? As far as building the fan base, all that stuff.
When it all comes together, when it all comes down. I do want to be able to sit down, have another interview like I'm having right now. It doesn't matter who it's with, where it's at, whatever. I just want to really be able to explain myself, explain my concept, explain my artwork, explain my tracks, explain everything that goes into it, because it all makes one big concept. Everything is just one goal, one dream, one task. It's just all together. And I want to just sit there and be able to explain that because I know it's going to change people's views on me, on life, and on a lot of things like that. I hope to really accomplish a lot with this.
Kind of along the same lines, but when someone puts on the headphones or someone clicks on your link, what do you want in kind of generally your songs to be making people feel? What do you want to be going on in their head?
I just want people to feel like they relate. Like they like. I don't want people to feel alone. That's my main thing. Is I don't want people to feel alone in this world at all. That's my personality, period. So like, if one of my friends down, I'm always gonna be that first person to respond. I'm gonna be that first responder. Like, what's wrong? What you need me to do? You know me? So that's what I want. I don't want to really nurture with my music, but I want people to hear my music and be like, I've been there too. Like, I know how you feel. It's like you could put music on. Music could get you through a day. You feel bad, you put music on, you feel happy.
Yeah.
You feel, that's how I want my music to be. I want people to be able to play my music when they feel a certain way, so they feel another way. You feel me? And I want them to sit back and like, this, I done been through it all. Cause I done been through a lot of stuff that I never want another, not male specifically, but anybody to go through. So it's like, that's what I'm trying to preach. Not even preach, that's what I'm trying to tell people, is that I've been through it too. So you're not alone.
So, if you could just take us to, maybe one or two experiences that did kind of shape you to get to where you are right now.
A lot of the thing, one big thing that shaped me was being without my father a lot through my life. So I know a lot of people that I come in contact with have been without their father, and I'm like, it's a lot of people that don't know how to react to that though. It's like they like, man, my dad's not here. Like I don't know, you feel me? Like, who gonna raise me? Blah blah blah. They looking for another man to raise them, and it's like, you can raise yourself at the end of the day. You can become a man by yourself without your father, you feel me? So that's what I want people to know. Another thing was, right before I had graduated high school, I wasn't even on track to graduate high school in the first place, but I had to really, it was a moment where I was just low. I had to get my life together. It's like, that's what I want people to understand. Like, you can get your life together. You can get on track. It just take you sitting down and really focusing on something and get right. And then it's like, even with music, I had times where I thought that I wasn't gonna be where I'm at right now. Even though this is not where I wanna be, it's better than most people. So it's like, I had days where I didn't think that I was gonna be here like that. So even with people who under me, even though I'm not up there yet, I want them to be like, oh, I could get there, you feel me? At least I could get there. If I try hard enough, I could get there. And then maybe I could get to the next spot. And then maybe I could get to the next spot after that. That's all I want people to know.
Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, I respect anybody with a positive outlook. But that shit is lacking right now. A lot of people trying to get in.
A lot of people
rappers.
really just close the door on you right now. Yeah. Like, nah, I'm not gonna let you know no insight on what I got going on, what it takes to get here, what it blah blah blah. Just close the door on people. Like, nah, I can't know nothing.
Yeah. It's a shame. That's what's up though, man. Yeah, I same way. My dad wasn't around. I wasn't on track to graduate high school. It is some relatable shit for a lot of us. But yeah, bro, appreciate you letting me coming through. Shout out Atron, shout out to John, shout out the whole ADLA label for having me over here, having SLAP Media run this interview. This is Kee Riche's.
Get rich on Black Friday. Remember that. Shout out to my cousin down in ATL. Von Don, he mixed the whole project for me. The project is coming to y'all real soon. Be ready.
Yeah. So I left the party, dripping Bacardi, listening to party and clicking on my car key. We about to make a push back to the